What's up, babies? In today's video, we're taking a look at this super unique, super bright light from Shehds. This is the 300 watt 3-in-1. I previously did an entire review on this light, which you can check out up here. After thoroughly testing it, I'm very excited to say we finally get to take it out into the wild, where it performed awesomely. And then at the end, I'm going to come back and tie it all back together. So make sure you stay till the very end, and thanks so much for being here. Hey, what's up, babies? So today we're actually finally testing out the two new movers we got from Shehds. So we got those big 300Ws. Look at the bad boys. They're super bright. Of course, the patterns look insane on the ceiling. We're at the Gramercy today, so we got this really cool kind of like fabric dropped ceiling. So Teddy's over here on the Wolf Mix, and we set things up pretty simply last night, just finding the profile already on the Wolf Mix. But we're just missing kind of like a blackout button. The blackout's just not working, so we just made a live edit of it just to make it a little easier. But the strobe works, the blinder works. The wolf button doesn't really work, but I've never really been a super big fan of that for like movers ever, because in my opinion it just goes a little wild. It's perfect for uplights. But yeah, so we just noticing out here in the live that the blackout button was just obviously a little different. And then I guess our one thing is, because we use our DMX bugs, there is no physical Edison plug out the back of them. So it's just a matter of, making some changes from it. But I think just like patterns wise, just being able to do everything, it just feels like these are bigger. Like obviously they are physically much bigger lights, but also just being like a bigger wash, being able to prism like this and bigger brightness, and they actually still fit in the same case that I used for my 355Zs. So that's been super helpful, and really just, they're bigger units. We keep them a little bit lower, just especially in a space like this, but they kind of just pull it all together. Kind of just pull the whole thing together. So there's our real life setting of having these 300 watt 3-in-1s out there. I had such a good time. In one video, you can actually hear me say, I love these lights. It was fun to take them out. It was fun to use them in a real life setting. That shit is bright as hell, right? So now that the event is over, I wanted to come back into the office and kind of just break it down for a little bit. Number one, these lights are bright as hell, and they definitely have still some unique patterns, some unique gobos, some unique flow of it all that to us is very different than the lights that we've been using in the past, which is exciting. It's very rewarding to be able to jump from a simple gobo to a full room wash to a full ceiling dressing with lighting. And then to know that you still have really tight beams that you can have bounce around. We don't really use beams too much, but using the wash, using the gobos, using all the effects together, the colors are so vibrant. It is so bright. Everything I loved about the lights originally remains 100% true. The only thing that we have now is, with that real world experience, we now recognize that while we have, this is the plus of it all, we do have that hard switch to turn it on and off, but we did lose that Edison plug on the light. So what we have to do now is sort of just find a way to get another plug up there with the light so that we can run the wireless DMX. Or we start running DMX again the old way, which, no, that's not happening. The alternative that I kind of came up with to having that plug built into the light is to have a custom made cable that'll run PowerCon for the light, and it'll also have an Edison plug for our wireless bug. And then that way we kind of only have to run one thing and just jet it right up. The alternative that I know a lot of people do is have plugs built into their truss, but because we have the collapsible truss, we can't exactly do that. So I'm just kind of trying to brainstorm some ideas currently. And once again, huge shout out to Shehds just for bringing this opportunity to my desk. And I look forward to our next collaboration. Until then, though, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.